Steve Jobs revolutionized the world with iPod, iPad, iPhone, Macintosh and Pixar. While Elon is currently busy revolutionizing the world with his electric cars, reusable rockets, Solar City, Neuralink and so on. But when it comes to comparison, who was the best revolutionist? Welcome to Pique My Interest. Today we will be dividing into a brief comparison of Elon Musk and Steve Jobs. This video will also compare their giants, Tesla and Apple. Without any further ado, let's get started with their biographies. Elon Musk. Elon belonged to a wealthy family. He was born on 28th of June 1971 in South Africa. His father is Elon Musk, a South African engineer, pilot, sailor consultant and property developer. So being an engineer and purposeful is something he got from his father. While his mother May Musk was a model born in Canada. He graduated from Pretoria Boys High School but then moved to Canada. He then entered the University of Pretoria. After that, in 1990, he entered Queen's University of Ontario. 2 years after, he transferred to the University of Pennsylvania. Today he holds 2 college degrees, one in physics and the other in economics. Enough of his bio, now let's move on to Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs was born on February 24th, 1955 in San Francisco, California. He was adopted by Paul and Clara Jobs. Every time that someone mentioned adoptive parents, he would become severely upset as he regarded them as his biological parents. He was a brilliant kid from the start. The first few years at school were boring for him because he would already know what they taught. His parents were poor and were barely able to bear his expenses. He attended Homestead High School, where he would get bullied and was considered a loner by his classmates. He then attended Reed College, which Paul and Clara could ill afford. But in the second semester he dropped off, saying that he didn't want to waste his parents' money. Well, that was pretty much it about their past, but now let's move on to their net worth. Elon Musk's worth. As of August 2021, the net worth of Elon is $273 billion, and he is referred to as the richest man on Earth. Among the $273 billion, $187 billion belongs to his mainland Tesla, and $40 billion to his other private companies like SpaceX, Solar City, Neuralink, etc. Steve Jobs' worth. I know that most of you guys would know, but Steve sadly passed away on October 5th, 2011 at the age of 56. He was suffering from pancreatic cancer, which he had been fighting for a long time. At the time of his death, Steve was worth $10.2 billion. Among that, only 20% were from his co-founded company Apple, while the remaining $8 billion were from another company, Pixar. At the age of 25, his worth was $250 million, which was mainly from Apple. According to statistics, if Steve was alive today, his net worth could have been $42 billion from his existing company shares. Enough comparing these personalities, it's time to discuss their achievements. History of their success. The Elon's Play Yard. Elon entered the business field in 1999 by creating a web software named Zip2, which he sold for $340 million. He then co-founded X.com the same year, which will be latterly known as PayPal. PayPal was then acquired by eBay for $1.5 billion. After that, he created his third company, SpaceX. After 3 failed spacecraft launches, SpaceX was completely established in 2008. Today he holds 48% shares of SpaceX. But hey, what about his famous workaround Tesla? Let's dive into that, shall we? The history of Tesla. Tesla Motors was founded in 2003 with the ambition of making affordable electric cars. The company was founded by Martin Eberhard and Mark Tarpenning. However, Elon Musk, Ian Wright and JB were the first employees. But Musk invested $6.5 million in the program and became the chairman. After the 2008 crisis of Tesla, Elon became the CEO. Their first car was the Roadster, which was launched in 2008 and 2,500 copies were sold. Then their company moved out for real. It became successful with car projects like Model S sedan, Model X, Model 3, Model Y, and today their ill-famous Cybertruck. Steve Jobs' Play Yard. He knew Steve Wozniak from his high school life. They will also later on co-found the company Apple. Steve was not an engineer, but he was a market expert. He could easily describe the future of the products from the existing products. In short, he could grasp the future. Even today, there's not much such market expert like him. So when did the Apple story start? Let's find out. The history of Apple. The story of Apple started April 1st, 1976, when Wozniak designed the first Apple I computer. It was Jobs' idea to sell it to computer enthusiasts. At first, Wozniak wasn't sure about it, but then latterly agreed. At that time, it was getting sold for $500. The story kept going on until Jobs was fired in 1985. It was because of the sales of the Macintosh computer. It couldn't live up to the hype Steve had promised. But it wasn't the end for him. He began working on creating the operating system Next and the animation platform Pixar. Next was then bought for $427 million by Apple. But as we know from that story, Apple was on the verge of failure. But then Steve Jobs introduced the iMac, which then led to the invention of the iPod, iTunes, iPhone, Apple Watch, Apple TV, and much more. Now that you know how both of them started their companies, here's a look at their company's worth. The cosmos of Tesla. Tesla's net worth as of 2022 is over $1 trillion. Soon the sales division of Tesla will become online. As a result, they won't need more warehouses, showrooms, and other locations. While the self-driving cars of Tesla are not away. Beta has already been released, and we are hoping to grasp the proper technology soon. With Solar City down the line, Elon Musk is also trying to create their Powerwall, through which they will power a complete home with solar panels. I am not even mentioning the SpaceX Mars program of colonization of Mars. There are many great things we will be experiencing from the companies of Elon Musk. The cosmos of Apple. Today, Apple is worth $2 trillion, while in the future we will be experiencing the price even more hyped up. In the upcoming 10 years, it will become the most valuable product. By 2030, Apple will significantly improve its hardware, and we might even see some more Apple products. They are focused on creating potential smart glasses and their self-driving Apple cars, which are codenamed Project Titan. There is so much we will be experiencing from Apple in the following years. Conclusion. Guys like Jobs and Musk are far and few between. They may have differences, but deep down they have similarities. They are both geniuses and are determined about the future. Elon Musk is an engineer, while Steve was great at designing and marketing. Steve changed the world with iPod, iPad, iPhone and Macintosh, while Elon is determined to change it through his electric cars, spacecrafts, Neuralink and Solar City. We will probably not get to experience many great minds like them over the centuries to come. I'm sorry to say guys, but you have reached the end of our video. Now don't forget to mention your thoughts about what you have seen. If you enjoyed our video, press the thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating videos. See you on the next one.